Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today I'm going to be doing a video covering the brand new LEGO theme for 2020, which will be LEGO Art. There are going to be 4 sets releasing for this theme this year, and they will be releasing internationally on August 1st, 2020, except for the US, which will be releasing on September 1st, and I'm not sure if that will include Canada. I would guess that it likely will. We seem to be kind of included in that usually with release dates. And then I wanted to give a few small details here before we get into the sets. They're going to be 48 by 48 studs in size, and they will each be including a new brick separator, which is pretty exciting. It looks like a pretty cool one. It seems like it's going to make it easier to kind of remove these like 1x1 studs because they're so tiny, but we'll go over all of the details here and we'll get started with the Marilyn Monroe piece. Alright, so first up here we have Andy Warhol's Marilyn Monroe. This one will be set number 31197. It will include 3,341 pieces and will retail in the US for $120. And I'm not sure of the retail price yet in Canada, so I won't say anything about that. But this one will have one picture, but you'll have 4 options for it. So if you want to have all of the different pictures of Marilyn Monroe, then you'll have to purchase 4 of these, which seems like quite a bit. I would say that's going to come out to like $480 before tax in USD, and I think that's quite a bit. Now we'll go over each of the pieces here. As you can see, they have some really cool and unique designs. I really love the color schemes that they have here. They look really great. I can't say I have a favorite exactly. I'm not super familiar with Marilyn Monroe. Of course, I know of her, and I've seen this famous work of art before, and it is cool to see it translated into LEGO, but personally for me, this is one that I wouldn't be picking up for myself, but I do think that it's very well done, and I like seeing all 4 of them together, so it feels like something that you'd probably want to try to get all 4 of them, but it's quite the investment, so maybe waiting for a sale would be the better call for these, but I think that it's still a really fantastic piece, and they will each be included with soundtracks as well, so that also helps with the price, and apparently they're going to be approximately 90 minutes worth of content. Now, I don't have any specific details on what the soundtrack will be for this one, but I would assume, of course, it's going to be something discussing Marilyn Monroe, so it should be really interesting to whoever is purchasing this set, so I would just keep your mind open to that because you are getting quite a bit in this, and it is a fairly large build with that 48 by 48 studs, and you are getting that pretty cool new brick separator, so I think overall it's pretty good, but now let's move on to the next one. Next up here, we've got the Beatles, and this one is set number 31198. This one will include 2,933 pieces and will once again retail for 120 USD. And this one is really great, and this is one where it's not just an alternate sort of version of the original one where it's just minor changes with the color scheme. This one has 4 completely different photos here because, of course, it's capturing the 4 members of the Beatles, and that's a really cool aspect to it. Now, if you want to get all of them, it's going to only be 1 picture per set, so you're going to have to purchase 4 copies of this set, but I think that if you're a big enough fan of the Beatles, I think it's probably well worth it because they did a great job here with some of the other ones, like other than these 2, like the Beatles one and the Marilyn Monroe. These are capturing like actual human faces, and I think that is just so intricate how they were able to capture this. I think they're so well done and look very detailed, so just a great job there. I love seeing all 4 of them together. They look really nice and very classy looking as well. A very nice decoration piece for your home for sure. So overall, this one's really great. It's going to include a soundtrack as well, and this one I do have some details on. It should include interviews with broadcaster and Beatles expert Geoff Lloyd, and sorry if I mispronounce any names as well. Then we'll have British journalist and Beatles fan Samir Ahmed, and then stories from Mish Kumar, so that should be pretty interesting. So it's nice that you're getting those extra things there, especially through the building process. You'll have something to listen to that's related to what you're building, so overall a great set here, and now let's move on to the next one. Alright, next up here we've got the Marvel Studios Iron Man one. This one is set number 31199. This one will include 3,167 pieces, and once again will retail for the same price of 120 USD. And I haven't commented on this really, but I love the box designs on these. These are 18 plus sets, so it's kind of going for that sleeker design, similar to some of the other ones that we've seen, and I think it looks fantastic. Now, a unique thing about this one is that it's going to have, once again, you'll only be able to build one of the pictures if you purchase one set, but there will only be 3 options with this one. Technically 4 options, which I'll go over after, but we'll go over each of the options here. So the first one that we have is kind of the newer Iron Man armor that we saw in Endgame, and I think that one looks really fantastic. It's probably honestly my favorite individual one. I think it looks really amazing, and I just love the design of that. I like the background as well, how it's kind of got a bluish black color scheme. It makes the image stand out a lot more amongst it. And then the next one that we have is another Iron Man armor here. I'm fairly sure this was the one that was featured in, it was either Iron Man, like the first Iron Man, or the Avengers film. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, or let me know the specific armor name. If you do know, that would be appreciated. And then we have a Hulkbuster one as well, which is really great. I think they picked some really good armors to capture here that use similar color schemes as well, so you can use the same pieces there throughout each of the sets, and then you can see them all together there, and they look really fantastic. And then the interesting thing with this, and why I said there's technically 3 individual options, but if you purchase 3 duplicates of this set, then you will be able to combine them into one image here of Iron Man in a horizontal photo there, kind of shooting off his repulsor, and I think that looks really amazing. I love how they were able to find a way to combine all of these sets together here if you purchase 3 of them into one image, and I think that looks fantastic. Definitely, I would say one of the coolest pieces that we've gone through thus far, especially if you're an Iron Man fan. This one seems like a pretty must-have if you're really into the designs of these Lego art sets. But that's about all that I have to say for this one. It does include a soundtrack as well, which will include interviews from Roy Thomas, former Marvel editor-in-chief, and then Alex Grant, host of Comic Storians podcast. So some pretty cool information there from the soundtrack. But now we're going to go over the final Lego art set. Alright, so the final Lego art set that we have here is the Star Wars Sith, set number 31200. This one will include 3,406 pieces, and once again, will retail for the exact same price as the others. And this one kind of goes the same route as the Marvel Studios one. It will have, of course, the one picture for one set, but you'll have 3 options, and it will also combine into one larger picture as well if you purchase 3 copies of the set. And the first image that we have is of Darth Maul, and I think they did a really great job of capturing this image of him. I think he looks really menacing there, and I love the design. It looks absolutely fantastic, so intricate. And then we have Kylo Ren as well, which I would say is probably my favorite of the Star Wars ones. I think they did a great job there, and that's more of a mask, so I think they were able to capture it really well there, and I like how his lightsaber is a big part of the image as well, so that looks really amazing. And then we have Darth Vader, of course, kind of the main one they're using to kind of market this one as well on the front of the box, and I think they did a good job here. I like the reflection kind of coming off of some of the parts of his outfit there from the lightsaber. I think that looks really fantastic, and altogether they look really amazing, that's for sure. 3 really fantastic Sith right there. And then the combined image is, of course, of Darth Vader there, and I think that one looks amazing. That one may be better than the Iron Man one, just because it feels so much more detailed. The Iron Man one, where it's combined together, includes a lot of just like a, somewhat like, kind of looks like a night sky, almost just more of a background than the actual image, but this one is just full on like Darth Vader's full suit, then his helmet as well, and that's just so impressive that they were able to find a way to combine 3 copies of this set into an image that is so detailed and so accurate as well looking, and I love the lightsaber highly featured there as well. So it's just an amazing one. I would honestly say my favorite one is probably between the Iron Man and the Star Wars one. I want to lean more towards the Star Wars one just because I feel like it's more varied because you're getting 3 different characters there. In the Iron Man one, it's just 3 different versions of his suit, so I feel like this one has more variations and the overall larger image is just more detailed overall in my opinion. But these are some really cool sets here. I think they have some really great ideas. The Star Wars one will also include a soundtrack as well. I don't have any details on it, what exactly will be included in that, but it's a really cool idea. I love these sets. I think they look really cool. I can't say personally I'll pick any of them up initially for my collection. Maybe if they went on a sale eventually, then I would consider picking one of them up, and that would probably be the Star Wars one. Honestly, I think that one looks the best, and I really love the Darth Vader, but if I wanted the combined image, I'd have to buy 3 of them, and I just don't see myself doing that unless they go on sale for like $1, which then maybe I would consider it. But these are some great sets. Be sure to let me know all of your thoughts down below. Will you be picking up these sets? What do you think of them? What are your opinions? Do you like that they're including a soundtrack? And what other LEGO art sets would you like to see in the future if this new theme is successful? So thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you could leave a like and also subscribe to the channel for future content, that would also be heavily appreciated. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.